S02 Empower Field at Mile High Stadium in Denver. Today, we're ready for an entertaining battle. It's the New York Jets and the Denver Broncos.
Your 2026 Denver Broncos.
To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And off we go from Denver. Here's Isaiah Davis on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So the Jets take the field for their first drive. And leading them, the former second-rounder out of Missouri in 2019, Drew Lock.
A highly productive quarterback out of Missouri back in the day. Drew has turned himself into just a tremendous teammate. The more you hear about Drew Lock, the more you hear, I just got to have him a part of my room, because no matter the role or the opportunity, he makes the most of it.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now off the play action. Brought in right side. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Getting out to his left. He's running with it. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory.
Pete, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the Nets, the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Throwing off the play fake. Broncos all around him, and down he goes. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends him backwards ahead of 3rd down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. They'll air it out on 3rd. He puts some air under it deep down the middle. Knocked away, that's incomplete. Opening drive has arrived at 4th down. So they couldn't throw for it on 3rd down, and as a result, they're headed off the field earlier than expected on their opening series.
Keeping him off the scoreboard, well, that's already a win defensively. Not letting him even cross midfield, that's the cherry on top.
Now on 4th down, here's Austin McNamara out to punt for the Jets. So we'll see the Broncos offense now for the first time. Leading them out, someone with a big arm and a field general's mindset, Drake May.
Kate, you watch Drake play this game, and he checks every box you want for a franchise quarterback. Tall, athletic, great arm. Now he's got to take all that wonderful potential into week-to-week productivity.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Will McDonald there on the tackle.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. May off the play fake. Jets bringing pressure, and they got him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Well, we're already seeing his legs going to be a factor in this contest. But I'll tell you what, Kate, if pressure's going to be on him like that, he's going to have to put his running back cape on and really use his ability to escape and keep things moving forward.
Jets into the nickel, third down. Third and long for him here. On target here to Njoku. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. So a timely moment for a big play, and they get the first on 3rd and 19.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
All right. Now things starting to pick up a little bit after a slow start, Brock. Last things fans want to see is a couple of uninspiring drives to begin a game.
Yep, they get the first and generate just a little excitement that we could see maybe our first touchdown here, or at least avoid another quick punt.
First down throw for May. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
Incomplete pass on first down, so still at the 40. It's 2nd and 10. May's going to take it himself. Oh, he lost the football. But the Broncos will get it back. Woo, heads up play to recover that one. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Defenses are fine with surrendering that completion if it means making the stop short like they did and bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, I like when these defensive coordinators say they want to populate the ball, and that was a perfect example of it. Don't let the playmaker get started.
Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball is coming out to the 20. The second drive coming up now for the Jets offense. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10. And start with a give to Davis. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. So through one, this game, more for you defensive maestros out there. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They start out 2nd and 10. Going right back to Davis. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Kalen Bullock up to make the stop.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Here's Luck to the air. Has a man on target to Johnson. They're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
First down. A gain of 26 yards. First down, New York.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Short side option here, he's running left. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be second down.
Boy, is it tough to fool this defense with how well they read and react to these plays. Held that line, and the QB keeper gets nada.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing his lock. It's caught right side by Johnson. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Got to keep this one and go. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
So a fresh set of downs now from the 39. Hands off here to Davis. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. Man, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Hits his running back. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Well, Brock, still awaiting our first points of this game, and we've arrived at our 2-minute warning. More from Mile High in just a moment. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Throwing for the back of the end zone. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. 4th down coming up.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll mark their first appearance in our scoring summary today.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Marvin Mims now to return it. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. So the Broncos headed out for their 2nd drive of the game. And coming off our first points of the ball game, they're going to take over now trailing 3-zip. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's May. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. He picks up 15 on the play. And it's going to be 1st down Denver.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
On play action, here's May. Throw secured by George Pickett. And he takes it down to the 33. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
2 yards. That's another Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know those yards.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Jets get the football on the first turnover of the contest. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looks like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of it. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. They'll work against the blitz. That's caught. He finds Alan Lazard. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. The Jets take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
A gain of 34 yards. First down, Jets.
So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's 1st down. On the handoff, here's Davis. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 14
They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's good for a Jets first down.
First down. A gain of 14.
Let's see, first it was a pass. Now it's a great gain on the ground. They've got this defense on their heels.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. They'll go again with Davis. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Timeout taken by New York. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
It's 2nd and
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. To throw, here's Locke. He's going to keep it this time. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good for a New York first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
A first opportunity for the Jets now inside the red zone. They've got 1st and 10 right along the 20. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. This is Nick Folk on for the Jets field goal. From 37 yards in the right hash. The kick by Folk is good. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession.
Okay, that's just an excellent play call to get a chunk of yards and set up that field goal before halftime. Job well done.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half.
35-yard line.
And this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. One final shot before the half. He lobs this up, left sideline, looking for something big. And his final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. While we checked in with Scott in Orlando, our two teams here, no doubt, made some adjustments. It's a close game here as we get ready for our third quarter. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Return coming from the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Broncos with their offense headed out for our first possession of the half. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. They'll start the second half with McCaffrey. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. On the counter, McCaffrey. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Brandon Stevens in on the tackle.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, here's May. Completed to his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Defense is too much here. The Jets drag him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
So things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on 2nd down. May now from the gun. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
I don't care how good a secondary you are, how loaded you are with talent. When you've got time to allow a receiver to work from one side of the field all the way to the other versus zone coverage, well, you're going to make a defense pay.
Here's the pistol snap to May. On the move, past the 40. And they make the tackle at the 38. They gain 11 on that play. And it's going to be 1st down Denver.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. May on 1st and 10. Completes it again to Pickens. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos throw 6 points onto their score. George Pickens, the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Troubles with his snap, but he still knocks it through. And they'll take the lead.
Broncos 7, Jets 6.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. On the return, here comes Kene Wangu. Good work so far. He's got room. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Jets out to begin another drive. And they have tried on occasion to ramp up their passing game, but just nothing has worked with consistency yet, Brock. Might be why they trail near the end of this third quarter.
You sure love teams who excel on the ground, right? You love a physical game of football who can hammer at the opponent. But in today's NFL, it's just impossible to win if you don't have a passing component that's balancing it out.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Lock. And down he goes. The Bronco defense gets there. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Never ever a great look when your quarterback's picking himself up a few seconds into a drive. They're going to need a lot more fight on second down and a whole lot of yardage to get this back on track.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Lock to throw it. Connects with Johnson. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Here he goes, 3rd and long. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. And, oh, just a hair too much on that kick. The punt lands in the end zone. This one's coming out to the 20. The Broncos and quarterback Drake May ready to go once more on offense. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. So 20 yards on that play. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Three quarters in the books from this one. It's the Broncos with the ball, trying to close out what would currently be a win. From the 40-yard line now. This is 1st and 10. Going run again with McCaffrey. Will be yarded most there, and it's 2nd down.
The only thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Going play action, May. That's complete to St. Brown outright. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
First and 10, he keeps it on the option. And keeping the zone read costs him. He takes a hit, loses some yards too.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
They go play action. Here's May. Finds Troutman. And he's able to get it past midfield and down into the Jets side.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Looking to throw. Finds the in route complete. And the hit is made, so they bent to the competition, but they didn't break, Brock, as they force this 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Got all of it, and this is good! And now their lead will push out beyond a field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. On the return, here comes Davis. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Jets offense now set to take over. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. New York to the line. 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, they need 7. Locked down. Pass caught along the sideline by Mitchell. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Jets 1st down.
Hey, this is one of those situations where, Kate, even as a former QB, I really feel for these corners in this league. They got the hardest job in football, sticking to guys on these routes and on a comebacker in particular, where that receiver breaks it off. Man, that can be so difficult to defend.
And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. Gonna need something special here. 2nd and 20 following the sack. Setting up to pass. Fits it through the middle. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line.
It's a gain
The
of
Jets take their
23
first
yards.
time out. And they can
Jets
take a moment to try to
first
build
down.
more momentum after getting the first.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Here he is to throw. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Finding Johnson once more. And he gets this very close to that first. It's going to be 3rd and short at the 35.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Throwing now. Makes the grab and bounds left side. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
He'll look to throw it. He gets it again to Mitchell. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Keeps it on the option here. He's dropped a big stop and a big moment there, Brock. They could not afford to lose yards there. Timeout taken by New York. That's its 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Third down, they need 7. To throw. Brought in. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal. Timeout called by the Jets. That's their final one. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, 1st and goal. Throwing his lock. And he's got it! He pulls in a game-winning touchdown with almost no time left!
Touchdown, Jets.
Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game.
Broncos 10.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. And this is going to be a touchback, Brock, so we'll see what they decide to do with the final seconds they've got left here. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. May now from the gun. Completed over the middle. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. So there's the timeout called, and we're going to see if they think there's enough time for 2 plays or just one last snap.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. On play action, here's May. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. Trying getting it to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And now they face 2nd down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Here he goes, one final shot. Trying to push deep downfield. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So it's a road win for the Jets. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for Bronco and everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Jets, as we'll see you next time from Denver.
This is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today we've got a solid matchup in store in the NFC, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Los Angeles Rams. Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what...
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Southern California, so long, everybody.